Okay, class, take a look. Okay, we are in the verse number 174. Let's take a look. Okay, class, basically, again, let me try to remind, we are in the Prajna Paramita in the Great Vehicle. Prajna Paramita is the last one, I mean, among the 6 paramid. Okay, so for this paramid, so basically, now we go through, I mean, the stages, which is so difficult one. We can say it's more difficult one. Okay, there's a 3 school in the simple way to, to come up with, to tell us how to establish the karma and also how to eradicate the karma for the, for the Buddhahood. So there's a 3 school. Now we are still in the first school. It's about the emptiness. Okay, so class, if you remember, emptiness is we have gone through the Nagarjuna uses, the most using the logic way to tell us that there's no such thing like we call it as entity. Okay, so we use one word of entity, and then remind you again that there's a few terminologies is equivalent with avijja, like what confusion. Okay, one more is what elaboration, all this thing actually is quite same with the avijja only. Okay, so now in the previous lesson we talked about that there's a cessation and the contemplation, meaning to say that cessation and contemplation, they can mutually to make help to each other. They can mutually help to each other, meaning to say sometimes one you do the cessation. Okay, you get the cessation, and then you can get the contemplation, and sometimes from the contemplation, okay, you can help the cessation again. So basically, once you reach to a certain stage, you just do nothing. Okay, then you just go through by itself the samatha and vipassana. So remember, cessation means the samatha, and the contemplation is the vipassana. So both are we helping each other. Quite important. Quite obvious proof is what is especially how the vipassana can make the samatha appear, especially in what is from what is a 4 elements meditation. Once you do the 4 elements meditation, okay, you are able to make your samatha to achieve, but just a very upachara samadhi, you can go deep. Okay, so this is example. But basically, when your samatha is strong, through observation, you are able to use through the vipassana to get the truth. Okay, so this is previously we mentioned regards this. You see, okay, class, take a look. You see, one more terminology is the regards the discrimination. So discrimination also something like the avijja. You see, you see, non-attachment, but it's also tremendously skillful means leading to realization of indescribable, non-discriminating wisdom. So class, remember in Mahayana, non-discriminating wisdom is quite about the same like a nibbana, or non-discriminating wisdom. Okay, what is the Sanskrit word? You copy down with for the non-discriminating wisdom. Have you copied down the Sanskrit word? I think we do copy down, but you don't know where to put down the name only. So this is a non-discriminating. Okay, then one more is that it doesn't mean that one should cultivate prajna by not remembering, not thinking, and not discriminating. So this is not right. Class, always remember that in order to cultivate the prajna, you have to begin with the study, remembering, and thinking. You have to always begin. We can get the proof whether from Agama, the Nikaya, and also from Abhidhamma, and lastly also from the mind-only school. They all mention that you have to begin with reading. Okay, after the reading, then you have to transform the knowledge to the experience. You have to do the bhavana. So always remember, reading is so important. But of course, class, do you remember what to read? The essence to read, the core to read, not everything. You read the history of Buddhism, it doesn't really help you for liberation. What you need to read is about the knowledge relates to 5 aggregate, okay, and then the 12 5 aggregate, 4 noble truth, 8 noble path, all this. Whereas in Mahayana, you have to read the different, also the things to relate to all this in order for enlightenment. Okay, yeah, Mr. Long got a question. Yes, okay.
Yes, Sifu, the non-discrimination is avitapa.
Oh, avitapa, okay, get it. Avitapa, non-discrimination. Okay. Avitapa, thank you. Okay, again, let's come. Being attached to the Dharma, which accords with the way. Okay. Likewise, when one has successfully reached the state of having the contemplative mind, one should not again deliberately discriminate. You see or not? When you reach to vipassana, you shouldn't deliberately discriminate. Meaning to say that once you reach to certain stages, your wisdom is stable already, don't go to discriminate again. Don't go to do the things again. Class, you found that how do you apply this? Basically, it does applicable. It is applicable in Theravada meditation. It's the same only. Okay. Okay, now we go to the new verse. Okay, the verse number 174. Okay. Then let me see how we got the one big paragraph to finish. Then we go following the sequence of cessation contemplation to attain to the direct realization. Then from here, direct realization meaning to say that immediately you get enlightened already. Okay, so yes, I think Sally, your turn. Please to read one big paragraph, another second paragraph here.
Sifu, we are already up to 175.
Really?
Yes.
175.
Yes, 175. Should start.
We should be here already.
Yes, we all finished all this already.
Why my bookmark always wrong?
I don't know.
Always wrong. Yes.
People didn't update.
Shall I penalize my bookmark? Okay. So let me check first. Okay, there's excellence is the true prajna. Excellence is the true liberation. Following this unparalleled and holy wisdom, one can perfectly complete all virtues. So now I think after we are praising this, let's see the 3 different systems of thought. Yes, this is the more complicated one. 3 different systems of thought. Okay, we got 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs here. So Sally, can you please finish for me? Yes.
175. Excellence is the true prajna. Excellence is the true liberation. Following this unparalleled and holy wisdom, one can perfectly complete all virtues. The skillful practice of prajna paramita is the only one that enables ordinary people to enter the level of sages. Thus, it is especially praised. Excellent it is. This is the true prajna that was realized and expounded by the Buddha. It is not just the intellectual understanding of ordinary people and non-Buddhists. It is also not the seeming wisdom that comes from Hinayana and Mahayana practitioners who think there is something that can be attained. It points out to the root of the basic problem of birth and death among sentient beings and provides fundamental breakthroughs on the important points. So profound and difficult is the meaning of emptiness in the nature of things that worldly scholars cannot dream of it. Excellent indeed. Only through it can one attain true liberation, which is very different from liberation imagined by non-Buddhist and ignorant people, for whom this means being reborn in the heavens or in the state of deep concentration. The sutra says, relying on prajna paramita, bodhisattvas have no hindrance in their minds. Because there is no hindrance, they have no fear. Staying away from distorted imagination, they reach the ultimate nirvana. Because all Buddhas of the three periods rely on Prajna Paramita, they attain the Anuttara Sambuddhi, both the virtue of Nirvana, which is shared in common with the Stravakas, and the virtue of great Buddhi, which is not rely on this unparalleled holy wisdom for complete perfection of all virtues. Thus, it is stated that Prajna Paramita is the very profound Dharma treasury of all the Buddhas. Studying Buddhism without practicing this doctrine would be like coming across a mountain of treasures and returning empty-handed.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Class, do you familiar with this sutra? Rely on Prajna Paramita, no hindrances, stray away from distorted imagination, then attain Anuttara Samya Sambodhi.
Diamond Sutra.
No, no diamond. You're so quite familiar. Every day you chant the which one, Mr. Leong? Yes, Heart Sutra. Yeah, diamond and heart is so different. But of course, they all talk about the emptiness. Okay, class, here are a few messages from the passage. Number one, no wonder Stravaka or Buddha, they share the same Prajna Paramita, meaning to say, which is the Nibbana. It's the same only for Stravaka and the Buddha. But one thing is the Buddha is quite different. Is Buddha, since he gone through the Bodhisattva, okay, he takes Eon Kapasa to complete the Bodhisattva path. So he have a good experience, good appearance, 32 mark of the body, all this. Besides, also he already helped a lot of people, okay, to attain to the Buddhahood together with him already. So that is the difference. Okay, so class, here a few terminologies you see. So we rely on Prajna Paramita. So people always will talk about Prajna Paramita. Yeah, Elena, you remember you just sent us the Anita Muya Heart Sutra. Keep on chanting. Then you don't know already. You're the one who sent us. Yeah, okay. So actually, the Heart Sutra, what is the core? So always remember, we always just chant, oh, Prajna Paramita. Actually, the Prajna Paramita, it means what? It means Nibbana, actually. So simple. The whole Heart Sutra, the level actually is quite high, the level is quite high. It's about in the Nibbana already. So if, for example, we take a pagoda as an example. Let's take a look, like a pagoda. Actually, the Heart Sutra is about this level. It's quite high already, you see or not? It's quite high already. Okay, so let me finish first. Okay, so he said, once you reach there, okay, no hindrances, no fear, no distorted imagination. All we call it as the defilement. So you reach the ultimate nirvana. So meaning to say ultimate nirvana. And if Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi meaning to say is the Buddhahood. Buddhahood. You not only you yourself, but you help others all together to achieve to the Nibbana. So that is the difference. That's all I mean. So class meaning to say what? Meaning to say we are chanting the Heart Sutra. Heart Sutra actually is some truth disclosed by the sage that there's a Nibbana there. But you see in our Mahayana, class, I don't know whether you realize or not, in Mahayana, since we are just more concentrated on chanting the sutra, we don't realize that actually you can attain through samatha vipassana. Basically, I think in Mahayana, we are missing this already. So we can't do anything, we just chant only. But actually, we can attain through samatha and vipassana practice. So no matter how, you must go to join the retreat. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Leong, yes, your turn.
Sifu, regarding page 301, second last paragraph.
Okay, let me see the page, whether it's the same. What page again?
Page 301.
Okay, 301, yes. Okay, what paragraph?
Second last.
Oh, second last, okay. Is this one?
Line 3 and 4.
Is this 1, 2, 3? Is this correct? This one correct?
Correct. And this is the true prajna that was realized and expounded by the Buddha. That exclamation mark. What does it mean? Does it mean one Buddha or all Buddhas?
Oh, okay. Basically, because Mr. Leong, actually, you've read through from the text. Okay, the true prajna by the Buddha is supposed to be the Shakyamuni, Shakyamuni. But I can say that all Buddha will teach the same thing. Mr. Leong, quite sure that all Buddha. Hey, Mr. Leong, it is quite impossible that Shakyamuni tell us the way to attain to the Nibbana. Then the second Buddha will come guide us differently. Impossible. So even though here the Buddha, not the plural, it means Shakyamuni, the rest of the Buddha in the future and the past all will guide us to the same way, same place. Okay, Mr. Leong, satisfied?
Okay.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah. Okay, like class, let's take a look. Now you see, okay, so that's the meaning. So you said that Prajna Paramita is the very profound Dharma treasury of the Buddha. So we know that already. Okay, now we go to the quite complicated part. Okay, the three different systems of thought. Yeah, Elena, your turn to read, please. Elena.
The three different systems of thought. 176. The nature of the Dhamma has never been dual, but it is presented differently under different conditions. Whether a system thought reveals the whole truth or not. Wise people should skillfully make their own decision. To attain liberation from birth and death and become a Buddha, one must rely on the direct realization of the nature of things. The nature of things, the reality of all things, has never been dual or differentiated. It is characterized by being universal and one. All the sages of the two vehicles, Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, have realized this same nature of things. Sages, the sutra says, are differentiated by the unconditioned nature of things. In reality, there is no difference in the unconditioned nature of things. The levels of realizations differ, however. For example, empty space is fundamentally without differentiation. But because they are square or round containers, space is said to be square or round. Relying on dependent origination, the Buddha realized the nature of things. This is why he also expounded the nature of things based on dependent origination. This nature of fundamentally without differentiation, but it must be presented skillfully as different teachings under different conditions. The nature of things is very profound. When it is taught, some people will not understand or accept it, and indeed may even slander it.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Welcome.
Okay, class. Just now, we try to chant the Heart Sutra, right? Is there any precept mentioned in the Heart Sutra? Observe 5 precepts. Yes or no? No, right? Okay. Is there any meditation skill mentioned in the Heart Sutra? Yes or no? No, right? So we need to say that the whole Heart Sutra immediately will tell you that this fact. Am I right? Immediately go to the Bhagavata, the top, right? So we need to say from the bottom, okay, to the body, it doesn't mention. It means what? It means some sutra that assume that you know the rest already, or they assume you know. So it means it become some sutra quite emphasizes certain part only. So meaning to say that if you don't study thoroughly, you just get the top only. But the top is not. You can't use it. What? Am I right? Or without the fundamental of the rest. So that's why a Diamond Sutra also will tell you, make you have a 7 thing. Once you go through the Diamond Sutra, you notice, oh, the theory looks so good, but just some. Once you feel nothing new already, then you don't know how to break through already. Immediately will come to the bottleneck. So many to say most of the Mahayana, especially for Madhyamaka and emptiness, they assume you know, you here have a good fundamental for precept and the samadhi. If let's say you don't have a good fundamental for these 2 parts, you immediately go to the emptiness. What is the outcome, you think? Ilana, you think what's the outcome? If let's say you don't go to hold the precept, Mr. Leong, you think what's the outcome?
There will be no wholesome outcome.
Yeah, no, it become what? More like a philosophical debating. Am I right? You see, yeah, so far we just like talking something like very philosophical. Am I right? You see, I mean to say emptiness without the fundamental will become a philosophy. See or not? So this is what happening in the university. So some professor, they just write the thesis over all the emptiness, but somehow they don't hold the 5 precept one. So it happened in this way, you know. Okay. Yes, Mr. Leong, the question is.
Sifu, how come this section here don't emphasize on this the 3 characteristics, but they emphasize on this Eight Noble Path, Noble Eightfold Path, the precepts and things like that?
All this already in the 3 vehicle. Now you are in the great vehicle, so you don't see it. All that is already in the 3 vehicle mentioned already. They assume you must have all that fundamental in order to come here in 3 vehicle. Okay, Mr. Leong? So that's so that's why our class, most of the Mahayana, we learn things basically we will miss out so many things. It happens to us. We miss out so many things. So immediately we go to the top of the pyramid, and then we will feel awkward or sometimes don't know how to break through it. Okay, now class, we go to the 3 different system of school. Okay, so let's take a look. We see. Okay, basically once we talk about the Buddhahood or maybe the Nirvana, we have a different way to tell to the people. Now once we talk about 3 different schools, meaning to say that there will be different way. The author gives us the warning that make sure we choose the right one. Number 1, make sure we choose the right one in order, to do the thing, to choose the right one, for the cultivation of the Buddhahood. This is number 1. Then second, due to the different capacity, sometimes if you talk the wrong thing to the wrong person, they will start to slander. Okay, so I think, okay, class, do you remember in the previous lesson, in order to encourage people to hold the 5 precepts, because some people, they start learn Buddhism, they do the giving, so they keep on doing the giving. But in order to make you from giving upgrade to the 5 precepts, we will mention that the shortcoming of the giving and the advantage of the precept, so that you can upgrade yourself. Am I right? In previous lesson, we mentioned that before. And then also, if you just keep on 5 precepts only without doing the samadhi meditation, then we'll tell you the disadvantage of the 5 precepts and the advantage of the meditation. So from here, you will upgrade yourself. See or not? So we need to say that if let's say once we talk about the disadvantage again, okay, if you just do the meditation only without doing the vipassana, we'll tell you that the advantage of the vipassana and the disadvantage of the samatha, so that you will shift from samatha to vipassana. It is correct? Correct? Correct or not? You don't respond. Okay, correct. Okay, but if let's say my recording, we should emphasize that the disadvantage of giving and the advantage of 5 precepts. And this recording, I pass to Sally. Sally run the charity. Okay, so you think what is the consequence of Sally listen to the recording? Elena, what do you think? He do a lot of dana because he run charity. So he listened to my recording, keep on mentioning the disadvantage of giving and the advantage of the 5 precepts. So what is the outcome for Sally, you think?
Sally will try to learn the 5 precepts.
No, I think Sally will think I'm slandering her. Why? Because you know what I mean. What I mean is because Sally will feel that, oh, you are trying to deny me. I do everything, but you say all the giving is useless. Something like that, you know. Oh, if you just listen partially, he will interpret in this way, you know. You get it? Yeah, Mr. Leong, yes.
Yeah, I think after this, we will assume that we assume that it is a wrong understanding and wrong view and understanding, because the thing is not complete.
Yeah, that's
Picture
why.
is not complete.
So you see, sometimes not many people can see the whole thing right? Not we don't see the whole thing. Like I mean, the vaccination is the good example. We don't see the whole thing. We just see one piece here, one piece there. So we have a different argument, you see, because the thing is new. Same the Dharma. Sometimes people don't see the whole thing. They just listen to this recording. They thought I'm trying to demean the giving, right? Actually, I don't. We just want them to upgrade, you see. Same the person, if let's say we say the disadvantage of meditation, the advantage of the prajna. If I listen to recording and I'm the Siado, maybe I don't feel happy. How come you deny me? I just teach meditation. See, they will also you get the wrong thing also. Okay, now so we know that different capacity, they will have a different view to the prajna. So let's take a look. Okay, so next paragraph, again, Sally, your turn to read, please.
The Mahayana Dharma can be divided into three great systems. Venerable Master Taishu called them the wisdom of empty nature of things system, the mere consciousness of forms and things system, and the complete enlightenment of realm of things system. I call them the empty nature of mere name system, Maya Maka. The false imagination, mere consciousness system, Yogacara, and the true eternal mere mind system, Tathagata Tagaba. Although the names are different, the contents are basically similar. The ancient Huanyang tradition, which understands the development of these things differently, divide Mahayana into the form of things tradition and refuting form tradition, and the nature of things tradition. These are also called the three systems of Mahayana.
Okay, then we stop first. I think this a few of the terminology can make you hate it already. Hey, you will regret without learning Chinese, especially classical Chinese. All of classical Chinese. Sure, you will be very regretting. Let me tell you. Okay, let me try my best to help you to make you understand first. Okay. I said this is a Huayan tradition. I don't know what have you pronounced. Okay, class, in order to make the complicated things simple, here there's a three system here. Number one is according to Master Taishu. Second, you see the I is according to the Reverend Yin Sun. The third one is according to the Huayan. Huayan means the Huayan Jing, our Tam Saka. Okay, in order to reduce the burden of the terminology. Since the author, we major in author, we major in the system from the author, so we will just emphasize this three system only. It will be fine. Okay, let me show you who is Taishu in the first place. So this is Taishu. Class, take a look. So this is the Venerable Taishu. Okay. Okay. Maybe I show you the age. Class 1890 to 1947. I think 1947. 1947. Mr. Long, have you born yet lah? Are you born yet? 1947. On the mic.
Not yet.
Not yet. I see. Not so meaning to say it's very old already. This Venerable Tai Shi. He is the master of Reverend Yin Sun. So he is the master of the author, and he is the one. Luckily, I mean, he is the one who modernized, because as the father of modernizing Buddhism, because he's the one to found the establishment of the Buddhist institution. And he's very modern. So he will go to the market. He just put he just put one box and stand on the box. He start to tell a Dharma talk already. Use the modern way. Then he is the first one who write the Buddha in the blackboard and then try to rub it. This one for the conservative. They all thought that he is a demon. Because our Chinese Buddhism are very conservative. So this was Reverend Tai Shi. He tried to organize the Buddhist institution. He tried to run the magazine, use the more important modern way for Dharma propagation. Do you get it? So this is I'm able to study in the Buddhist institutions is due to his effort. He's the one who firstly, to organize this type of institution. Okay. So Huayan is the Avatam Saka. So I didn't mention this. So now I will go through the Yin Sun, Reverend Yin Sun, his way. There's a 3 school here. So number 1, let's check the name for this. Let's take a look. Number 1, empty nature, mere name system, which is Madhyamaka. So empty nature is about the emptiness. Mere name, meaning to say it's a conventional truth. Okay. So basically, I think so far we go in quite deep with this. So class, remember, we always mention that everything is in the emptiness. Everything is our condition, but they are the conventional truth. We label them with the name. I'm talking with you all, but you all looking at the book. Okay, do you understand what I mean first? Okay, number 1. Any problem with number 1? No problem, right?
Sifu, please explain more briefly on this number 1.
Number 1, already quite brief already. Okay, number 1 meaning to say that, yeah, it's already brief already. I finished already. You asked me brief again. Okay, let's take a look. You see, the meaning is here, empty nature. You see, meaning to say, empty nature doesn't mean nothing. Empty nature meaning to say it is condition. Condition meaning to say that there will be many factors to make one phenomenon appear. Okay, so that is the meaning of empty nature. Okay, so everything is empty nature. From the way I see Sally, from the ultimate truth, Sally, Elena, they are empty nature. Am I right? From the ultimate truth perspective, but they all have their name. Name is a conventional truth. So I label you as Sally, I label you as Elena. Okay, get it? So this is because it's a mere name, meaning to say what the word we encounter is nothing but just the name only. The name meaning to say is the conventional truth only. Okay, so meaning to say under the conventional truth, there is one thing which is emptiness. Due to the emptiness, everything is possible. So due to the emptiness, the mundane can become a sage. Okay, and then as a human, due to the emptiness, you have a possible to go to the three-woeful state. And due to the emptiness, from the three-woeful state, you can become a Buddha, because there's a lot of possibility in the emptiness. Okay, yeah, Mr. Leong, your question, yes.
Sifu, in this mere name system, because we have a name, there is an identity. That's why it is unconventional.
No. This is conventional, not unconventional. Here the name.
Sorry.
Okay, class. The name mean panyati. Like, take a look here. Yes, a good question. We have to go through this. Okay, let me show you. Okay, wait lah. To get the correct meaning, I have to go back to the Sanskrit lah. Wait lah. Okay, let me get the Pali word in the first place. Oh, I think no need. Maybe I should try to go to, okay, never mind. I come here already. Okay, prajñapti. Remember what dictionary I should go, Sally?
Buddhist door.
Yes, you get it right already. Buddhist door, that's correct. Okay, like prajñapti. Okay, prajñapti, search. Okay, get it ready. Let's take a look. Here the name, you interpret as the name is not that correct. Let's take a look. Here is the meaning. Prajñapti, destination, concept, convention, teaching arrangement. Class, I prefer the words as concept is the best one for this. Mere name that the word you can, the word what we see, just the concept only. Or are you getting more confused? Or not confused, quite clear. So meaning to say that we are living in the world of the concept. Okay. Okay. Do you need further explanation or you feel enough already?
Okay, enough. Thank you.
Enough. Okay. Okay. So now we go to the next one. The next one meaning to say is what? Let's take a look. The second one is the force. Okay. So Madhyamaka is something we are quite familiar with. Okay. Now next, let's take a look. Okay. It's the force imagination mere consciousness system. Okay. Yogacara. I think the Chinese is not very good. This one, the false imagination, will make people misinterpret. So I think I prefer, let's go back to the Yogacara. Okay. Okay. Can you understand mere consciousness in the first place? Mere consciousness meaning to say that there is only consciousness only. Why do we say so? Because you see, class, the world we are living here, actually there's two systems. One is our conscious, right? Second is the matter, right? The body is the matter, right? But for this school, according to the meditation experience, they mentioned that actually what you see, the physical, all that actually is a hallucination. But the mind is real one. Okay. How does the Yogacara school prove it? Okay, we can prove it this way. Mr. Lam, okay. For water, how does fish interpret the water?
How does fish interpret?
Okay, what is the water for fish?
Fluidity.
No. Okay, in a simple way, okay, for the fish, water is their home. Am I right? Okay, so you get it, Okay, second, okay, so what is, okay, how about for human? Water for what?
Water for drinking.
Yeah, water for drinking. Okay. Okay. How about the hungry ghost? Water means what?
To remove the heat.
No. Actually, water, if the hungry ghost drink the water, it will cause them become a fire, you know. Oh, even worse, you know, the water itself. Okay. How about the Deva? Have you ever heard about that? Once the Deva see the water, the Deva is able to walk. The water will become a glass for the Deva.
Yeah.
You heard about that, right?
On the water.
Yeah. So meaning to say, it means what? It means to say, same thing is a water, but 4 different entities or 4 different beings, they will see things differently. So meaning to say that the water itself is not definite. Everything is due to your mind. Get it or not? So we call it as a mere consciousness system. That's the reason why. The consciousness, the truth is from the consciousness. There's no such thing is permanent, for the physical thing. Okay, get it? Sounds logic, okay. So this school, according to the according to the history, this school is very good in what? Yoga. Here the yoga doesn't mean asanas. Here the yoga means meditation. Yoga means unity. So this school, they are very strong in meditation. Okay, so makes sense. Regards the false imagination, I don't like that. Don't use the false imagination because it will make you confused. Okay, so let's take a look. See how is the better definition from a Buddhist door class. Let's take a look. See, Buddhist door. Okay, the definition. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Yogacara. Okay, it doesn't appear. Let me come to here. Yogacara. Let's take a look. Yogacara. Madhyamaka Yogacara. Class, always remember in Indian, the definition of Mahayana is this two. The definition of Mahayana in Indian is Yogacara and Madhyamaka. You see, Yogacara. Okay, one who practices the yoga, you see. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, it also viciously termed as a Vijnana Varta, the doctrine of consciousness. So that's why the author said mere consciousness, meaning to say the world actually consists of a consciousness only. This school emphasizes on the consciousness rather than the material. Okay, so you see that the doctrine of the mere representation, you see, okay, which is also the name giving to its major epistemic theory. Okay, let me see first. Okay, okay, I think that will be good enough already. The doctrine, let's see. Okay, you see, Yogacara philosophy primarily means to aid in the practice of yoga and meditation. It also set for a systematic analysis of the Mahayana path. Okay, so I think that will be fine already. Okay, so class, okay, is this good enough explanation for the Yogacara? Okay, so the third one, let's take a look. You see, it's about this. Tata kata garba, you see, truly eternal mere mind system. Oh goodness. Okay, so mere mind meaning to say there's the mind only, you see. There's a truly eternal. So meaning to say that here we want to tell you for this school, the mind is eternal. Okay, the mind is eternal and it is true. So this we call it as a Buddhahood also at the same time. So I think we hate it also. So data kata garba, I think I prefer use the different terminologies. Okay, data kapa. Okay, so later on you can come back here again to get the better understanding reading. Class, I think you have to read further because the English here is not that good. You see, tata kapa. Okay, here we got it. You see, it's a Mahayana Buddhist doctrine expressing the conviction that all beings have within themselves the virtue and wisdom of the Datakata, is the Buddha, but that these are hidden by the cowering defilement. Oh, it's very good definition. Class, this is very good. Everybody got the Buddhahood within yourself, Buddha is the Tathagata, but we are hidden by covering of the defilement. Right? This is the best one, you see. Just roughly write something in the book, please. Tathagata, Gaba treasure. It's better than the translation by the author. Okay, Mr. Leong, got a question you can ask first.
Sifu, regarding these three systems, I summarize it at the nama is the nama in Pali, and then we have the consciousness and the mind. Name, consciousness, and mind.
Yes. Okay. Well, let me see first. Okay. Yes. Same here. When we talk about the mind, it means all the how to say the mentality lah. Generally speaking, is the mind lah. Okay. So the mere consciousness meaning to say that according to this school, the rupa is created also by the mind. See or not? No?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. I think this definition is called Tathagata Gaba. This is the best way to tell people that, oh, you should work hard in order to become a Buddhahood. Okay. Okay, this definition is good. Okay, finish. Finish. Okay. Not yet. Okay. Okay, just roughly copy. Elena, your hairstyle is so expressive. It makes you become a real career woman. This is complimentary. You should be happy. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay. So okay, we just ignore this Huayan. So you just understand this preschool. So a class meaning to say that number one, okay, there's one school always mentioned regards the emptiness. Okay, and we are living in the world with a lot of prajnati. Okay, with a lot of concept here. Concept mean what? Concept mean something which is consisting of many conditions. That is the meaning of concept. Okay, number one, no problem. So second school mentioned that from the experience of meditation, they said that this is the whole world is the mere consciousness only. This is a hallucination that we found that there is some material here. This is a hallucination for this school. They said the consciousness is the major, and this is the mere consciousness only. Once you get enlightened, there's only the mere consciousness only. So the third school also again, it mentioned again the mind only, but they say it's about the Tathagata treasure. So we need to say that there is a Buddha nature within our living being. Okay. So get it? Okay. So next time, in order to make it simple, I will use the terminology Tathagata Gaba. Okay. Then this school I call it as a Yogacara. Okay. Then one school I call it as a Madhyamaka. Okay. Class. Okay. So next time we just mention Madhyamaka, Yogacara, Dalagapa. So the definition of the Mahayana in Indian is Madhyamaka and Yogacara. Not nowadays, steady. We're in the temple, we do the chanting, we become a vegetarian, then we do bow. Then you say, oh, we are the Mahayana. No, it's very different already, the perception. Get it? Okay, so that is the real definition in Indian. And